It's China, welcome to our 2024 Senior Nights. The first senior we're going to recognize tonight is Maggie Amesbury. Maggie is being escorted out by Abby Amesbury, Gigi Salatino, and her family. She's being met on the field by her mom, Erin, dad, Chris, sister, Ellie, brother, Chris, and grandparents. Maggie would like to thank her parents, teammates, and coaches for always supporting her. Maggie's favorite lacrosse moment is getting to play these past 2 years with her sister. Her plans for next year are to attend college and major in biochem on track to become a physical therapist. Congratulations, Maggie. Good luck next year. The next senior we want to recognize tonight is Haley Chan. Haley is being walked out by Emma Papa and Jaden Schmackefer. They're being met on the field by parents Andy and Christy, sister Heidi and Jeremy. Kaylee would like to thank her parents. Kaylee would like to thank Parker, Soprano, and Ken for helping me become the player I am now. Also her teammates for making practice and games fun. Her favorite lacrosse moment is senior night last year. Her plans for next year are to attend University of Buffalo, majoring in nursing. Good luck next year, Kaylee. Final senior that we're going to be recognizing tonight is Nadia Prusa. It's going to be worked out by Dave Garbanzo and met on field by her host family. She would like to thank her host family and teammates and coaches. She'd like to thank her coaches for all the help and support this year. We'd also like to thank her host dad for taking this time and her coaches for coming to her games. Her favorite lacrosse moments is all the practices with the team and learning how to play. Her plans for next year are to come back and go back to Poland and to continue her high school there. Good luck next year, Nadia.
Good evening, everybody. I want to thank you for coming out tonight to celebrate our 2024 lacrosse banquet. Great year, had a lot of fun, had some wins, had some competitive games. The first person that I want to thank from our team is Maggie Amesbury. I coached Maggie for 4 years, and I taught her for 1 year. Maggie was a great lacrosse player, is a great lacrosse player. Maggie is also a great student and a great human being. Maggie plays 3 years, plays 3 sports for GCC. She plays basketball, volleyball, and lacrosse. Not in that order, but she plays those 3 sports for our school. She's a hard worker and, like I said, a lovely person. One of my favorite stories about Maggie involves Evie. Of course, it involves Evie. So Coach Soprano is working on the offensive end of the field. And I'm working with the draw girls and on the defensive side of the field. And so what happens is they're in the draw circle and I leave Maggie, Evie, and Gigi by themselves to go work on something I saw with the defense. So when I come back, Evie is holding her mouth and she looks like she's in quite a bit of pain. And like I said, I was concerned because Evie's a very, very tough kid. Never gets hurt or anything like that. Always solid. So as I walk over and I get closer, I'm like, Evie, what happened? She's like, Maggie hit me. And I'm like, with the stick? She says, no. So I'm thinking to myself, well, that's a pretty good pass if it hits you in the mouth because that's about the level that it should be at. And she goes, no, she threw the stick at me. I look over at Maggie and I'm like, Maggie, you threw the stick at your sister? Well, we wouldn't be having this problem if she had her mouth guarded. Captain Maggie. The next person that I'm going to talk about, Maria Prusak, okay? We've only known Maria for 1 year. She's an exchange student from Poland. She'd never played lacrosse before, but she came out for the team. And she was very popular with the team, very popular with the school. Maria's very smart, and she's very, very intelligent and caring. Maria is 16 years old and she came all the way from Poland by herself. One day me and Soprano were talking and Soprano goes, Maria's the bravest girl that I know, and I agreed 100%. Maria didn't play a lot, but she came to practice every day and she worked hard, and every day she got better. I talked about Maria so much to my other classes that kids started asking me about this girl, and they started seeking her out to find out who she was. Maria is truly a great person. You will go back to Europe, you will go back to Poland, but you will not be forgotten. You will always be a GC Spartan. Kaylee Tran and I go back all the way to 8th grade, and I'm walking down to go see a modified lacrosse game. And as I'm walking to the field, coming to the parking lot, I see this girl flying down the field. And by the time I get over there, next thing I know, she's laying on the field. Coaches, trainers are out getting her off the field, helping her to get off the field. So the funny thing is that I actually say hi to Mr. Tran before I even said hello to Kaylee Tran. I think Kaylee was out for the rest of the season because I never really got a chance to see her play that year. But lucky me that when I'm going through my 9th grade rosters, she shows up on my roster for being in my AP HP class. So I had the opportunity to teach Kaylee and convince her to come back out for lacrosse. Kaylee is a hardworking student and she's a tremendous athlete. Kaylee is one of the toughest kids that I know. But before we get there, I'm going to tell you one funny story about Kaylee. Actually, I can't tell that story about the mistaken identity. We'll get to that part later when I get to know you guys better. But on to the story that I will discuss. We're playing at HFL, and HFL is a pretty physical team. Kaylee Tran's driving to the cage, trying to score a goal, and she gets knocked down hard. She hits the ground, and she rolls, and she bounces right up. And I'm like, wow, it's a pretty athletic roll. They put her on the 8-meter. She charges in again to go for the goal. Bam, they knock her down. She rolls around, pops back up. Like, okay, this is 2 times in a row. 3rd time she runs in, they knock her down, she shoots, she scores. It was a great goal. It showed a lot of guts and courage to continue driving to the cage as hard as she did. The next day we're sitting around and we're watching film. And I said, Tran, are you sore? She goes, no, I used to be a gymnast. I wanted to share with the GC family one of the things that came out of COVID. Class of my ninth graders in 2019, the group that's graduating this year, they painted a beautiful mural on my back wall of my classroom. And I just wanted to share this with you just for a couple seconds, just to let you know how great our kids here are at GC. Kaylee Tran and Maggie Amesbury participated in this painting. Thank you very much. We had a great time with the kids this year. We had a great season. To Mario, to Maggie, and to Kaylee, I want you to know how proud I am of you and how hard all three of you worked. Kaylee and Maggie, I will expect to see you guys during Thanksgiving break and Christmas break. Mario, I don't expect you to fly in from Poland, but hey, we enjoyed you and we will never forget you. The GC family will always remember our international lacrosse player.